Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, where today I am finally finishing this really long, I think almost month-long process of working on these 6 unicorn squishies. Um, this is basically where we left off last week, where we had started the details, and I went ahead and did a second coat of all those gold detailings. Because they unfortunately needed a second coat, and the only real difference I'm doing on the other side is adding a little heart where the star was on the opposite side, only because I couldn't decide when I was planning this out originally if I wanted a little like heart tattoo or if I wanted a star tattoo. And so instead of making a decision, I just decided to do both of them, one on either side. And so I just did this for all 6 of them, and once that was dry, I believe it also needed a second coat, so I went ahead and gave it the second coat till it was nice and opaque. Honestly, today's video is mostly just the finishing touches, the small little details that unfortunately I couldn't get to last time. This whole process has really shown me how absolutely long squishy makeovers can be, especially if you're like making a video about it. But now with my black fabric paint, I'm going in and doing very simple eyes, pretty much the same as it had originally, and then just like little dots for the nose. And I gave it just like a little line on each of the eyes to be like little eyelashes. I did my best to make them all similar because I wanted all 6 of these unicorns to be the same thing but in a different color basically. And honestly, I probably could have called it here. They looked really cute. They actually remind me of a different brand that does like, I think they're little figurines of like horses or unicorns. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head right now, but I'm sure if anyone is watching and is familiar, maybe they'll see what I'm talking about. But once that was dry, luckily since it's black paint, it just needed the one coat and it was very simple. I decided I did want to add a little white highlights to the eyes, which I end up doing with the white fabric paint. At first I wasn't sure if I was just going to leave it like this without the highlights, but I thought it looked cute without them, but I felt like maybe the white highlights would look better. And while I had the white paint out, I went ahead and put my initials at the bottom of each of the unicorns, which felt very repetitive doing it for each of them. But it's something that I like to do with like all art projects that I do. Sometimes I'll even put the date on it. Usually if it's like a squishy, I don't bother adding a date, mostly just because there isn't a lot of space usually. You can't even really see when I put the white little highlights in the eyes because I try to make them as small as possible. Since the eyes are small, there isn't really a lot of space for the highlights, and I've been known in the past to make really big highlights. And so I tried my best to have more control and more of a steady hand while doing it this time. Honestly, this squishy makeover project has honestly been in my mind for many years now. As soon as I got the 6 unicorn squishies, I knew I wanted to do something rainbow themed. The finished product wasn't already in my mind. This wasn't like exactly how I had originally thought about it. But after that was fully dried, this is how the final 6 squishies turned out. I really hope you all like how they turned out after putting and dedicating so many videos to this and so many weeks on it. I'm satisfied with how it turned out. It's obviously not perfect. I honestly don't think anything I ever do is perfect, but I am very happy and satisfied with these results. especially if I look super close at them. There are some tiny things that I would adjust if I could, but nothing really bothers me or stands out to me. I think these are probably some of my favorite squishies I've done. Um, I think they all are very good on their own, but they also make a really good rainbow set, and I just think they look really cute. Even for the colors that I'm normally not a huge fan of, like the green, I actually do really like it and think it's cute. And I think the gold detailing really works with all of the colors, some better than others, but I like how it ties them all together and kind of makes them look like a set or a family. I really appreciate everyone who stuck around and has been watching this very long process. I unfortunately had to break out in so many parts. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you all have enjoyed it and have liked how these squishies turned out. I hope you all like them as much as I do. I'm really happy with them. I think the pink one might be my favorite. I just really like how it looks, but bye!